Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and man, we're in for a treat. I have a young lady that is absolutely blazing a trail for herself on the international, independent wrestling scene. Introduce yourself to my internationally known audience.
Hello, I am Sultan Suzu. I have been wrestling actively for around 1.5 years now. I'm trying to see the world, spread my wrestling, and just learn.
Awesome. So, if my American fans are not familiar with you and your style and your story, introduce yourself.
So, I guess that every wrestler sort of has the same story, meaning that you watched it as a kid and you thought it was awesome and you wanted to do it, which was practically what I just did. I actually started training, I think, 1.5 years ago, should be now on the dot. I actually started training at Flatbacks with Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze. That was my first touch with wrestling. And then I went back to Germany because that is where I'm based in and live in. Which was also funny timing because the second the 2-month course ended, I was starting university. And
wow.
yeah, and I was really frustrated because I thought, oh no, now I have to throw wrestling away because I don't have any time, but somehow I managed to balance it. Kept training here, tried to make a name for myself, been wrestling at different promotions now in Germany, was able to get a little bit around the neighboring countries of Germany, and even managed to get a booking in Australia once. So
Wow.
yeah.
What was it like to train under a wrestler who would you train under again? A former WWE wrestler, right?
Yeah, Tyler Breeze and Sean Spears, both of them.
What did it feel like to get trained by under those gentlemen like that?
It was an amazing experience. I definitely would love to go back there again if I'd have the pleasure to get invited back, and it was definitely a big challenge for myself because I solely went over to the States for those 2 months to get trained, and, my intention wasn't to become a wrestler. I kinda wanted to try it out and see if I could do it, and, because again, I had my set university and I was like, okay, practically the week I get back, I started with my first term. So I went there and it was just amazing. Like it was practically like a crash course and they taught us how to get through a match within 8 weeks. And it was really great. The course that we had was, I think, about 7 or 8 people. Um, with one another lady, we were 2 girls in the course, the rest were men. And it was so much fun. You can learn so much from those two individuals. It's amazing. And the great thing about flatbacks is that you never know who's going to come in. And it was great. Like we had Holly Cameron there almost every training. Also, I think she started training with them as well. And she was there almost every training. Cassie Lee was there, I think, 2 or 3 times, trained with us as well. Colton Gunn we saw a lot. Zion Quinn as well. So you could learn so many different things from different people just by them being there. and just watching them. And there were times, especially before we started trainings matches, where they would allow the more experienced people to have a match together. And just by watching, you could just take in so much. And it was the program is training 4 times a week, so there's definitely a lot of things that you take within those 2 months with you.
Awesome. Let's go back in your career. You said you only been in the business for like a year now. You said a year.
Yeah. So my debut was December 2023. So a year and 4 months ish. Yeah.
So, did you have this whole like character down yet, or was it still like a work in progress?
I think everything about my wrestling and my character is still a work in progress. I think that's a part of wrestling in general, but this is also something that I had during flatbacks. I tried out a different thing, and we also had promo day, and they liked what I was doing, but it just didn't click right. And I was watching a TV show that I watched in my childhood a lot, which was like a Turkish TV show from the Ottoman Empire, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. So I kind of adopted like the whole gimmick and like more of the fashion sense of it, with
Mm.
all the glittery stuff and shining bright colors. And I thought, I'm gonna put my own twist onto this and just try to see what comes out of it. And with every match that I've had, even up until now and continuing, I just try to figure out what seems right, what can I do to enhance this character, what shouldn't I do to put down this character and everything. Like, it's still a work in progress for myself,
Mm.
but I think that's what makes you learn from it.
Awesome. Like, when it comes, I see your gear. You have all different colors. Who made your gear?
The first one, the red one, was a lady from France. She's called Maudino. She's amazingly talented. But designing him was usually me, completely poorly photoshopped.
Mm.
That was who made my first gear. My second gear was made by Empress Pro Gear, who is based in the UK. And I'm also having another project with her this
Ooh,
year, which I'm very excited for.
that's awesome. Um, with like being overseas and doing your wrestling shows, like I know over here in America, we get a lot of different crazy places they do independent wrestling. Do you have any fun places that you've done shows that you want to talk about today?
Yes. So the first time I was in the Netherlands, it was kind of like a theater, meaning that we only had one part of the ring we had to work to because there were not any cameras either way, just the hard cam and the people. That was really fun. Made the job kind of easy too. Also at Denmark just 3 or 4 weeks ago, super beautiful venue, by the way. I was invited to Body Summits for the first time,
Ooh.
and I entered the venue and I was looking for the ring, and they're like, "Oh no, it's upstairs." And I'm like, "What do you mean it's upstairs?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "What do you mean it's upstairs?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's upstairs." I was like, "Okay." So I went up a floor, and there's the locker rooms and stuff, and like catering. And I'm like, "Okay, I still don't see the ring." And they're like, "Oh yeah, one more up." I'm like, "Okay." So I went up again, and it was just shock. Like, obviously the venue can hold it. I'm not criticizing the architect whatsoever, but I was just shocked because a wrestling ring is very heavy. I mean, obviously they had elevators to put it up, but just in general, like, it was just something I did not expect to have it on the second floor. It was crazy for me to see. I was like, just one up and then another up, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." But I think the most fun venue that I've had until now was a show that Sirius produced, Jazzy Gabbard. It
Mm.
was actually just a town 10 minutes from me, so it was really cool. Um, it was a venue outdoors, so there was the ring,
Mm.
and that was it.
Awesome.
And
Um,
that was cool, yeah.
well, you've been in the States. Have you ever think of taking like a small tour of America and going like to some indie promotions?
I definitely have been having thoughts about it. I just need to obviously schedule it with my university and the terms breaks that I have in between. Um, but I do plan on going back there, even if it's just for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because I would love to go back to flatbacks and see what they're able to tell me. Because when I just started. I took my first bump there, and now I've been able to work for a little bit. So I would love to see that. And if the opportunity comes, it presents itself for me to wrestle at different promotions around that area, I would obviously love to be a part of it.
Awesome. Is there any other wrestlers you would like to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with yet?
In the European scene?
Oh yeah,
Or
I meant see the Europe scene.
um, there are a few. I would love to, work Lizzie Evo.
Ooh, Lizzie. Oh yeah, Lizzie
Yeah, I would
Evo.
love to work Lizzie Evo. I've seen her live a few times now, when we worked at GWF together, but, we didn't face each other, because I'm currently in the mixed tag division and she's in the singles division. But every time I see her, like, I love her explosiveness and the energy she brings to the ring, and I feel like it would help me match that energy, and I would be able to learn so much from her. Also, Alexis Falcon
Oh
would
yeah. Oh,
love.
she just came back too. She's just getting back to
Yeah,
the country.
she did, and I just met her recently at the Body Slammer show that I was talking about. That was the first time that I met her, and such a sweetheart. Like, I would definitely love to face her.
And she's on my dream list. The both of them. Like I talk to Lizzie all the time. Like we talk on and off, but because time zones, fans, time
Yeah,
zones. But
obviously.
yeah, me and her talk all the time. Like we were supposed to do something happened, she couldn't do it. And then we talk, and then she's like, "Are you available Tuesday?" I'm like, it's laundry day. Sunday is my day, like today. Like we're pre-recording on a Sunday. That's like my
Yeah.
big day. But yeah, when it comes to like travel for you, do you ever have to like travel the day before to get to an area that you have to get to?
I don't think that I had to do that just yet. It's usually, like, very early in the mornings. So I live in the very south of Germany. Berlin is in the north of Germany, and I usually get there by train,
Mm.
which takes about 6 or 7 hours. So,
Wow, 6 or 7 hours, fans. Think of that on a
yeah.
train.
Yeah, the train th and that's just one train ride, so I get
A
up at
one.
4.
Oh god, give me the one.
Yeah, it
Jeez.
keeps going. I get up at 4, take the train here around 5:30, which goes 1 hour, and then I get off, get on the second train, which is like 6 hours, and then I'm in Berlin.
Do you ever have to like see if there's any other wrestlers traveling from your same area and see if you can like game plan with them and travel with them on a train?
Um, yeah, I mean, most wrestlers who I've met prefer car rides, but obviously that is a very far car ride, and, it usually depends on the show. If the show is more nearby, then it also depends on who's going as well. There's a really great wrestler who I really appreciate called Mark Empire, who only lives a few minutes from me, so whenever we are booked on the same show, very nice of him, he offers to take me with him. Um, but it depends obviously who's booked on the show. It's preferable because you're not alone, and then, you get to conversate and time goes by faster, but
Yeah.
if there isn't, what can you do?
And the playlist in the car is always epic. So like I love music. I don't know if you're into music also,
Yeah,
but what
yeah.
is your normal ideal playlist on your phone, or if you're in a car with a friend? Like what's timeline of this music is this? Where are we going with the time of music?
I love that you asked this question because my playlists go around 20 to 30 hours
Mm,
because I cannot stop adding more songs. Um, my ideal road trip kind of playlist, I have a playlist just called Classics, and it's like 60s, 70s, 80s. And it's like I'll send you the link afterwards.
Oh yeah,
It's
please! I gotta see this because my parents listen to like Sirius satellite radio or XM or what stuff like that. So we have,
yeah.
you know what I mean. We have the playlist. And my dad's a former DJ, so you know what,
Oh,
you know what. I'm the
you're in
son of a
luck.
DJ, so
You're in
you
luck.
can imagine the music, different music I have always in my my arsenal. Like
Yeah.
I work in an assisted living place, so we listen to like a station called The Blend. So like
Mhm.
sometimes the music too mopey, so I go to 80s and 8, and I get all my 80s classic friends coming and hanging out with me again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, my mom is like she loves the 80s. She's obsessed with the 80s. And she definitely helped me build my music taste. Also, when GTA 5 first came out, I was like, what? I don't even remember, maybe 14, 13. And I would always listen to the Los Santos rock radio.
Yeah. Oh my god, I would always catch it when they had Bobby Brown's On Our Own. It was so funny.
Yes,
My prerogative.
yes. And like Phil Collins,
Yeah.
like I Don't Care Anymore. I would put all those songs in my playlist, and then as I'd get older, you listen to more songs. Also, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but the TV show Supernatural.
Oh yeah, I know Supernatural. Yeah.
Big Supernatural fan. So that whole TV show practically just has like 70s rock.
Yeah.
So I would
Oh
just keep on adding, and now the playlist is I think 32 hours or something.
yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. So in closing, if there was um if any of my fans want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
Just by Sultan of the Ring. I currently only have an Instagram for my wrestling. Currently, I don't think on expanding right now. Although I am a little. So I heard from some wrestlers from the US that said that Facebook is still pretty predominant over there,
Yeah, it
especially
is.
for the wrestling business. Yeah, that's also very interesting. So I might need to do a Facebook for that.
We have a Facebook page for Dudes at Ringside, and it's hard because I try to get wrestling fans to follow us on Facebook, and it's just like it's trying to walk the bulldog up a hill.
Mhm.
Come on, follow.
Yeah,
Push the
Facebook.
button.
Yeah.
Instagram's king, but I don't do X. X scares me. And he's gonna go, yeah, no, not so much.
Well, we'll stick with Instagram for now.
That's
But
how
yeah,
we met. So
definitely.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any merch? If you have any merch, if my fans want to pick up anything of yours, shoot away.
I am like juggling with the thought of having merch, but I can't seem to know what I truly want. Currently, I'm only doing pictures, like
Okay.
signed pictures. I'm thinking of doing like little, like Pokemon cards, kind of, just
Oh
to
my
have like,
gosh.
yeah, just to have something that's a little bit different but small because I feel like sometimes, you don't want to buy a shirt, you don't want to spend over 25, 30 bucks, but like a little souvenir like Pokemon wrestling card or something, I feel like that's something that a lot of people can enjoy. So I'm looking into doing that. And as for other sort of merch, I am just very torn with the design and I don't want to do anything that doesn't feel 100% right. So I told myself I would have t-shirts until the end of the year, but we'll see about that.
Yes. But I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It really means a lot to have another awesome person from across the pond, across the seas, and coming back and hanging out with us on Dudes at Ringside. I am Joe Panther the Third,
I am Sultan Suzu.
and we will catch you in the next one.